Death's End, The Three-Body Problem by Cixin Liu. The Last Stand of Constantinople. The moon hung low over the ancient city of Constantinople, casting a silvery glow on its towering walls. Inside the palace, Emperor Constantine the paced restlessly, the weight of an empire's fate heavy on his shoulders. The relentless siege by Sultan Mehmed II's forces had pushed the city to the brink of despair. In a dimly lit chamber, Helena, a woman of striking presence with a claim to magical powers, awaited the emperor's command. Her eyes, sharp and calculating, betrayed none of the fear that gripped the city. "Your Majesty," Helena spoke, her voice steady, "the hour to act is upon us." Constantine approached, his expression grim. "Helena, if your powers are true, tonight you must change the course of history." Helena nodded solemnly. "I shall enter the Ottoman camp and seek an audience with Sultan Mehmed. With the art of magic passed down through my lineage, I will end his conquest." As Helena departed, Constantine turned to the window, whispering a prayer for deliverance. The night was eerily quiet as Helena, cloaked in shadows, made her way through the besieged streets and out of the city gates. The Ottoman camp sprawled before her, a sea of tents and the distant sound of soldiers' revelry. Using her uncanny ability to move unseen, she navigated the camp until she stood before the Sultan's grand tent. Two guards blocked her path, their eyes wary. "I come bearing a gift for the Sultan," Helena said, her voice laced with confidence. "A treasure from Constantinople itself." Intrigued, the guards allowed her entry. Inside, Sultan Mehmed sat upon lavish cushions, his eyes sharp as he regarded the unexpected visitor. "What treasure do you bring me, woman?" Mehmed demanded. Helena reached into her satchel, her hand moving with a flourish as she produced a small, ornate box. "A relic of great power, my lord. It is said to grant victory to those who possess it." Mehmed leaned forward, his curiosity piqued. "Show me." With a swift motion, Helena opened the box, but instead of a relic, a hidden blade sprung towards the Sultan. Quick as lightning, Mehmed's hand shot out, catching the blade inches from his face. "Assassin!" he roared, his guards rushing in. Helena stood defiant, even as the guards seized her. "I am Helena of Constantinople, and I will not see my city fall without a fight." Back in Constantinople, the first light of dawn revealed the tragic outcome. Helena's body was displayed on the walls, a warning to those who would defy the Sultan. And as the sun rose, the final assault began. Constantine, clad in armor, joined his soldiers on the ramparts. "For Constantinople," he cried, drawing his sword. The battle raged, the city's defenders fighting with the ferocity of those protecting their home. But the might of the Ottoman cannons was too great, and the walls crumbled under their relentless barrage. As the city fell, Constantine fought valiantly, disappearing into the chaos of war, his fate unknown. Constantinople was lost, and with it, an era ended. But the spirit of resistance that Helena and Constantine embodied would live on, inspiring tales of courage and the indomitable will of a people facing the twilight of their empire. The Star Gift. In the bustling spaceport of Terminal City, Cixin stood gazing at the departure screens, her mind filled with thoughts of the upcoming journey. She was an engineer, tasked with the critical mission of ensuring the safety of the spacecraft and its passengers. "Cixin!" a familiar voice called out. She turned to see an old colleague from the academy, now a respected figure in the spaceport's administration. "I have something for you," he said, handing her a sealed envelope. Cixin opened it to find a letter of commendation for her contributions to the space program, along with a new assignment that would take her to the far reaches of the known galaxy. It was an honor, a recognition of her skills and dedication. As she read the letter, a sense of purpose filled her. She was part of something greater, a collective effort to explore the unknown and secure a future for humanity among the stars. The spaceport buzzed with activity around her, but for a moment, Cixin felt a connection to each soul present, all united by the shared dream of reaching beyond their world. With the letter in hand, she made her way to the docking bay, ready to embark on her next mission, carrying with her the hopes and aspirations of all who looked skyward, dreaming of the stars. The Staircase Program. In the bustling command center of the Planetary Defense Council, PDC, Thomas Wade stood before a holographic display, his eyes reflecting the myriad of stars and potential destinies they held. Cixin watched him with a mixture of awe and apprehension. Cixin, Wade's voice broke the silence. We stand on the precipice of history. The Staircase Program, our initiative to establish covert communication with the Cixin Society, is humanity's leap into the unknown. Cixin nodded, her mind racing with the ethical implications of the mission. She remembered Tiaming's fairy tales, the hidden messages within them, and the weight of hope they carried. But who will we send? Who can carry such a burden? Wade turned to her, his gaze intense. We need someone who understands the Trizolorans, someone who can navigate their world and remain undetected. We need Yun Tiamin. The name sent a shiver down Cheng's spine. Tiaming, her old friend facing terminal cancer, the man who had anonymously gifted her a star. Tiaming, she whispered, the idea taking root. But he's ill, and the Sophons. Wade cut her off. Sophons, quantum particles used by the Trizolorans for surveillance. Can't touch him for actions before the crisis era. He's our best shot. Cixin's heart ached at the thought of sending Tiaming on such a perilous journey. Yet she knew he was the right choice. His strategic mind, his dedication, and his connection to her through the Sophons made him the perfect candidate. She took a deep breath. All right, I'll talk to him. The next day, Cixin conveyed the PDC's mission to Tiaming. They want to send someone to the Trizolorans, and I believe you're the one who should go, she said. Tiaming looked up, a mix of surprise and resolve in his eyes. Me? But why? Because you see things differently, Tiaming. Your stories, they're more than just tales. They're a way to communicate, to hide messages in plain sight. Tiaming nodded slowly. The Staircase Program, it's a long shot, but if my stories can help, then I'll do it. Cixin reached out, taking his hand. It's about you, Tiaming. You've always been there. A smile flickered across Tiaming's face. Then let's make our stand, Cixin, for humanity, for hope. As they discussed the details, Cixin felt the weight of the world on her shoulders. But alongside it, there was a glimmer of hope, a chance for humanity to rise, to fight back against the vastness of space and the Trizoloran threat. And so, the Staircase Program began, with Tiaming at its heart, ready to ascend into the stars and into history. Hibernation's End. Cixin awoke to the hum of the hibernation pod, a sound that seemed both distant and familiar. As her eyes adjusted to the soft glow, she felt the weight of centuries on her limbs. The last memory before her slumber was the chill of the sleep gas, and now she found herself in a future she had only dared to dream of. Welcome back, Cixin, greeted the robotic voice, neutral yet comforting. You are in the year 11 ABE, known as the Bunker Era. She sat up, her movements heavy, her mind grappling with the span of time that had unfolded during her sleep. The pod's lid slid away, revealing a room that was starkly utilitarian, a stark contrast to the lush comforts of her previous era. Metal walls, simple furnishings, and a small holographic display constituted her new reality. "Where is everyone?" her voice croaked, unused for so long. "People are working, Cixin. Society has evolved," the AI assistant responded, its hologram materializing before her. She stood, bracing against the pod's side. Her clothing felt worn, recycled, a testament to the times. Stepping into the corridor, she saw men and women bustling past, their expressions resolute, a society reborn from necessity, a community shaped in the crucible of survival. As she walked, the questions that had haunted her dreams during her long sleep resurfaced. Had humanity outlasted the Cixin threat? What had become of the deterrence system she once wielded? And where was Thomas Wade, the visionary behind the light-speed ships that both inspired and daunted her? Her reverie was broken by the presence of an old friend, Aha, whose features bore the passage of the years Cixin had missed. "Cixin, you're finally awake." Ai's voice was tinged with emotion. "There's so much you need to know." They moved together towards the observation deck where Earth floated in the void, a blue orb set against the cosmic backdrop. A mix of nostalgia and anticipation filled Cixin Dorin. "The Cixin fleets have vanished," IA started, her tone even. "Yet new dangers are on the horizon. The Solar System Federation, established to unite humanity's efforts, now manages our defenses. We've initiated the bunker project, transforming warships for civilian purposes and constructing Space City." Listening intently, Cixin absorbed the deluge of information. The bunker era was a period of adaptation, of humanity holding on to its history while striving for the stars. She was now beyond Jupiter, overseeing a star system both known and foreign to her. "And Wade?" she inquired, her eyes locked on the distant Earth. "He's advancing the lightspeed ships," AA answered. "But your guidance is crucial, Cixin. Your moral insight, your past experiences, they're invaluable now." Cixin acknowledged, filled with a renewed sense of duty. She would be the steward, guiding humanity through the cosmic challenges ahead. "I'll contribute all I can," she declared, conviction in her voice. "For Earth, for humanity, and for our shared destiny among the stars." Turning from the observation deck, Cixin embraced her role in the new era. The bunker era was not an end, but a commencement. She was prepared to partake in humanity's ongoing odyssey. The sword holder's burden. In the heart of the deterrence era, Cixin stood in the control room of the sword holder's chamber, surrounded by the hum of advanced technology. The system she oversaw was the culmination of humanity's ingenuity, a testament to their determination to survive among the stars. "Cixin," Thomas Wade's voice broke through the quiet. "The decision is yours, but remember, the weight of this switch is the weight of humanity's future." The switch in her hand was deceptively simple, yet it held the power to activate the sword, a defensive mechanism crucial for humanity's survival against the Cixin. "I know," she replied, her voice steady. "I have read Tia Ming's fairy tales, decoded the metaphors. I understand what's at stake." Wade nodded, his eyes reflecting a mix of respect and the burden of shared knowledge. "Then you know why we must be cautious. The Cixin." Cixin cut him off. "They're not just our adversaries. They're a testament to our need for survival. This system is our shield, our sword in the cosmos." As they spoke, AA entered, her expression grave. "Cixin, the Halo Group is advancing their plans. The Federation is in turmoil." Cixin faced her friend, the switch still in her grasp. "Then we must be ready. The Halo Group, known for their pioneering light-speed spaceflight research, has now defied Federation laws with their curvature propulsion ships, risking social stability. Their circumsolar particle accelerator, and Halo City stand as symbols of their rebellion. I nodded, her stance resolute. We'll stand with you. Whatever you decide, we're in this together. The energy of their resolve filled the room. Chen Zhen, weighed by the enormity of her role, felt the unity of purpose that bound them. She made her decision, knowing the burden she carried was shared by all of humanity. In that moment, a Trisolaran defector, Li Cheng, slipped into the chamber offering a data crystal. "This contains critical information," she whispered. "It could change everything." Cheng Xin took the crystal, her mind racing with the possibilities. The swordholder's burden was not just about the power to defend, but the courage to choose hope over fear, to face the vastness of space with the determination of the human spirit. And in that moment, Cheng Xin was not just a swordholder. She was a beacon of humanity's indomitable will. The fall of deterrence. Cheng Xin stood in the control room, her hand poised above the switch of the gravitational wave deterrence system. The room was silent, save for the machinery's soft hum. Ah was beside her, a steady presence amid the uncertainty. "Cheng Xin, are you sure about this?" Ah asked, her voice calm but insistent. "I have to believe there's another way, We can't keep living under the threat of using this weapon," Cheng Xin replied with determination. "But if you do this, there's no turning back. We'll be defenseless," AA reminded her. "I know." Cheng Xin considered the many lives that hinged on her decision. With resolve, she pushed the switch down and the panel lights dimmed. Silence followed, then alarms blared, and the control room glowed red. Cheng Xin turned to AA, seeking solidarity. "It's done. Now we face whatever comes together." As word of the deterrence system shutdown spread, panic ensued. People rushed for safety, their cries filling the corridors. Cheng Xin and AA headed to the spaceport where shuttles were ready to depart. "Stop the shuttles!" Aya commanded, her voice rising above the tumult. Cheng Xin, puzzled, looked at her. "We can't let them go. Not yet," Aya said, her eyes intense. They endeavored to soothe the crowds, speaking of hope and unity, and a future free from fear. Eventually, Cheng Xin and AA arrived at Fresa's sanctuary, a haven in the chaos. They sat, gazing at the stars, contemplating what lay ahead. "We did what we thought was right," Cheng Xin murmured. "Yes, we did," AA concurred. They waited, embracing the uncertainty as humanity's fate remained unknown. The Earth Resistance. In the dimly lit corridors of the underground bunker, Cheng Xin's footsteps echoed, a stark reminder of the desolation that had befallen Earth. Her eyes, though unseeing, were filled with a determination that had become her signature. She was no longer the swordholder, the guardian of Earth's last defense, but a beacon of hope for the ragtag group that had come to be known as the Earth Resistance. "Cheng Xin, are you sure about this?" Aya's voice was laced with concern as she fell in step beside her friend. Cheng Xin nodded, her face set in grim resolve. "We can't let the Sophans, the advanced AI agents of the Trisolarans, dictate our fate, not when we have a chance to fight back." The bunker was a hive of activity, with people of all ages and backgrounds working together. Some were hunched over ancient computers, others were poring over maps, and a few were engaged in hushed, fervent discussions. The air was thick with anticipation and the faint buzz of rebellion. Luo Ji, the former wall-facer and strategist who had once held the title of swordholder, approached Cheng Xin, a wry smile playing on his lips. "I see you're ready to stir up some trouble," he said. "It's not trouble if it's for the right cause," Cheng Xin replied, her voice steady. Guan Yifan, the civilian astronomer who had become an unexpected ally, joined them. "We've intercepted a transmission," he announced. "It's from the Trisolarans. They're planning something big, and it's not good news for us." The group gathered around a makeshift table where a map of the galaxy was spread out. Chen Jin's fingers traced the stars, each one a memory of battles fought and lost. "We need to act," she said firmly. "The Sophons may have the upper hand, but we have something they don't: our will to survive." The plan was daring, a blend of guerrilla tactics and the remnants of technology from a bygone era. As the Resistance members dispersed to their assigned tasks, Cheng Han remained at the table, her thoughts on Tianmin. He had given her more than a star. He had given her a reason to keep fighting. The chapter unfolded with the Earth Resistance launching their counterattack. Cheng Xin, though metaphorically blind to the world around her, saw clearer than ever the path they must take. It was a story of courage, of humanity's indomitable spirit, and of a small group's stand against the vastness of the universe. Their actions would not be recorded in the annals of history, nor would songs be sung of their bravery. But in the hearts of those who fought, the Earth Resistance would forever be a testament to the power of hope and the strength found in unity. The Cosmic Revelation. Cheng Xin and AA stood in the dimly lit control room, the vastness of space stretching out before them through the panoramic windows. The stars twinkled like distant beacons, each one a story, a history, a lifetime. They were silent for a moment, each lost in thought. Cheng Xin finally broke the silence, her voice a mix of wonder and uncertainty. "Do you think we'll ever understand the full message Tianmin left for us?" Cheng Xin turned to her, a soft smile on her face. "I think we're starting to," she said. "It's like a puzzle, and each piece we find helps us see the bigger picture." Aya nodded, her gaze returning to the stars. Cheng Xin felt a surge of hope. "We have a message to decipher and a universe to explore." Tianmin's gift wasn't just a star. It was a challenge to keep pushing forward. AA smiled, her determination renewed. "You're right. Let's get to work." The two of them, side by side, faced the unknown with a sense of purpose and a willingness to embrace whatever came next. They were not alone.